Hello! Who do you think would win in a fight between the Beyonder and Lucifer Morning Star? The Beyonder is a character in the Marvel Comics universe, first appearing in Secret Wars in 1984. The Beyonder has powers far beyond any other entity in the Marvel universe. He has the ability to manipulate reality and time at will. Lucifer Morning Star is a character in the DC Comics universe, made famous by Neil Gaiman's The Sandman and later his own series Lucifer. As one of the most powerful angels, Lucifer has the ability to control both heaven and hell. Both characters have superior powers, but the Beyonder is often considered more powerful in the context of the Marvel Universe, while Lucifer has ultimate power in DC stories. But before we dive into the analysis, please hit the subscribe button. Please remember to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. The Beyonder is a being from the Beyond Realm, a dimension beyond the Marvel Universe where concepts such as space, time, and reality do not exist as we understand them. The Beyonder's powers include the ability to restructure reality on an atomic level, create or destroy universes, and interfere with the free will of entity. In Secret Wars, the Beyonder brought heroes and villains from Earth to a planet called Battleworld to witness the conflict out of curiosity about the meaning of good and evil. Lucifer Morning Star, on the other hand, is almost invincible in power but possesses an intelligence and cunning that far surpasses his physical strength. When he left Hell in the Sandman, Lucifer abandoned his throne in search of freedom, carrying with him the desire to define his own destiny. He possesses the power to manipulate reality, travel through the multiverse, and a great intellect that even the gods respect. The Beyonder, despite his incredible power far surpassing any other being in the multiverse, is not omnipotent. The claim that the smallest electron in his pinky finger is more powerful than an entire galaxy is a testament to his almost unimaginable size and power. The Beyonder is said to be millions of times more powerful than all other beings in the multiverse combined. However, he rejoices in the return of omnipotence is actually an exaggeration. The Beyonder is not truly omnipotent, as his own actions have proven that he has limits. Typically, when the Beyonder destroyed death, this action caused him to lose most of his power, showing that he is not invincible. Lucifer Morning Star is considered one of the strongest characters. Due to his overwhelming power originating from the Presence himself, the supreme and omnipotent being who created the entire DC Omniverse. As one of the first two angels born from the will of the Presence, Lucifer possesses not only infinite wisdom but also near infinite power, which comes from his ability to manipulate reality, energy, and infinite creative will. He can create new universes from the smallest spark of creation and control every aspect of reality. Furthermore, Lucifer also possesses complete immunity to the effects of entities or powers inferior to his own, making him an invincible opponent. Another aspect that makes Lucifer unique is his ability to reason and persuade, not following any rules, including the will of the Presence, even though his power is derived from it. His freedom and pride are symbols of his rebellion against predetermined fate. Few entities can compare to Lucifer. He is not only on par with entities like Michael Demiurgos' brother, but can easily overwhelm other entities like the Anti-Monitor, Perpetua, or even the New Gods. His power transcends all limits, including time, space, and other dimensions. The Beyonder is one of the most famous entities with powers that far surpass even the supreme gods and other cosmic entities. One of the most incredible feats of the character is his ability to withstand a devastating explosion that is powerful enough to destroy billions of dimensions at once, without causing any damage to himself. This proves that the Beyonder possesses an unparalleled physical and defensive capabilities, but also confirms that his existence is beyond the laws of nature. The Beyonder also has the ability to manipulate reality to an omnipotent level. He can create or destroy universes with a single thought, controlling the basic laws of existence such as time, space, and energy. From restructuring galaxies to stripping other cosmic entities like Eternity or Galactus of their power, and destroying death and still having more power than all of Marvel's cosmic entities combined even when greatly weakened. One of Lucifer Morning Star's greatest feats was his mastery of the immense power of Michael Demiurgos, the primal force that emanates from the Presence itself, the supreme being of the universe. This is a force capable of destroying all reality, erasing all existence. What is amazing is that Lucifer accomplished this with ease, with almost no effort. Lucifer Morning Star continued to demonstrate his superiority by absorbing a portion of this immense power, while using his wisdom and skill to regulate and balance it. He assisted Elaine Belloc, protecting her body and mind from being completely overwhelmed by this enormous power. Even though Elaine was in a severely weakened state, this act emphasized Lucifer's sophistication and absolute control over forces beyond normal understanding. Lucifer Morning Star, in a special moment, gave Elaine Belloc a tremendous power, turning her into a deity capable of controlling everything that existed in his infinitely creative universe. She could manipulate every concept from abstract principles to the most basic rules of existence. However, Lucifer did not forget to create something interesting and strange. He gave Elaine's friends, hedgehogs, a unique and surprising gift. Then, he gave an irrevocable order forbidding anyone from worshipping those creatures, even if they only thought about them. The silent castles that contained countless creations could not withstand Lucifer's Lucifer's presence in that space and were immediately erased from reality when he entered. In other words, just by his footsteps, countless creations were destroyed, leaving no trace. His appearance is like a cleansing force, erasing all traces of previous ideas and creations, leaving behind an infinite void. The Beyonder possesses a power at his peak. He is the most powerful being in the entire system of the universe. Even when his power is reduced, he is still stronger than all abstractions. Furthermore, he survived a devastating attack by Molecule Man, which was intended to destroy billions of dimensions. This guy destroyed the dome created by Molecule Man to withstand the power of the Beyonder, but failed. The Beyonder's pure power can surpass Lucifer. This is explained by Jim Shooter when he said that Marvel possesses two great gods, the one above all and the Beyonder. However, Lucifer overcomes this disparity with the power of will. His will has no limits, and all of creation is under his control, just as he turned his multiverse into the letter of passage. Furthermore, Lucifer has destroyed omnipotent beings before, such as Guys and Garams, who usurped Yahweh's omnipotence by turning back time before they had attained supreme power. He also knows that Lucifer is much smarter. He tricked the gods in their realm and sent them to their deaths. With the power of the Beyonder, Doom lent his minions a tiny fraction of his power, enough to blacken 10,000 suns. There are at least 100 billion stars in the Milky Way. So 10,000 suns are equivalent to 1/10 million of the total number of stars in the Milky Way, or in other words, just an infinitely small fraction of the entire system. In terms of scale, that would be equivalent to a galaxy? Then, with just his presence, he destroyed the entire universe. Subscribe to the channel, it helps us a lot, and moreover, you will get to see great videos every day. You are the best, thank you very much. Lucifer destroyed an infinite collection of rejected universes and multiverses with just his presence, and this is where things get complicated. He gave half of his power to Dazzler, and she is said to be 1,000 times more powerful than all the power in the multiverse combined. Therefore, the Beyonder should only be 2,000 times more powerful than the combined power of the multiverse. The thing is, it started out as 2,000, then it grew to millions, then it reached omnipotence. If you have omnipotence, you're not just millions of times more powerful than the total power of the multiverse, you're infinitely more powerful. Millions just implies immense power, not infinite. He has some instantaneous feats, and Galactus has confirmed them. This is the concept and entity that has blown everything away. In fact, it wasn't even the Beyonder that blew Galactus away, it was a barrier. Barriers repel you, so the Beyonder himself, he must be beyond everything that exists. He can't be touched by anything or anyone unless he makes himself vulnerable. He's not an Abrahamic god, though, residing above the Beyond realm itself, but rarely interacts with it except a few times. Ionders are clearly from the Beyond. They have their own finite form just to interact with story, considering that when Loki used the power of narrative to imprison a Beyonder within his construct, it was said that Loki was imprisoning an infinite entity within finite measures. With Blue Marvel even stating that after destroying a Beyonder's body in the multiverse, its essence escaped continuity. Michael is a remarkably powerful entity, but if there's one thing we know that surpasses Michael conceptually, it's the Overvoid. For the sake of transparency, I'll consider the void from Lucifer to be the same void shown in Final Crisis. There's even a semi-confirmation of this concept in the Imaginary Axis interview with Scott Snyder above. But what we do know about the void in Carrie's Lucifer is that Lucifer, who is supposedly superior to Michael, sees it as infinite and eternal, which the Presence later claims are descriptions that could also describe him later. When the Defenders escaped the Omniverse, it was said that they entered a timeless, spaceless space, obviously referring to the far shore, and were then taken to see the finite forms of the Beyonders. With Loki himself, his storytelling abilities could be used in the outside as seen in his fight with those who sit above in shadows, but still considered finite measures by the Beyonders, and they considered themselves infinite in comparison. In a dimension where reality was warped, the Beyonder appeared with an enigmatic smile. With his power to manipulate reality, he created a series of bizarre and unnatural challenges that put Lucifer Morning Star in a difficult position. Lucifer, being one of the most intelligent and powerful beings, was not easily subdued. However, each step he took was hindered by complex illusions and inexplicable paradoxes. Both heaven and hell seemed to be trapped in a twisted reality created by the Beyonder. The Beyonder did not just want to test Lucifer's power. Amidst the chaos and difficult decisions, Lucifer had to use his intellect. Lucifer Morningstar stood upright, his sharp eyes facing the Beyonder, who was exuding timeless power. Refusing to be manipulated, Lucifer fought back with dark magic and superhuman intelligence. He summoned attacks from other dimensions, waves of hellfire that swept through reality, aimed straight at the Beyonder. The Beyonder, with his ability to restructure everything at will, easily nullified these attacks. He countered by warping the space around Lucifer, creating reality vortexes. The battle reached its climax when both used their full power. Waves of energy and magic clashed, shaking the universe. Nearby planets were destroyed, stars were torn apart by the pressure of space. Lucifer's every strike was a combination of strategy and raw power, while the Beyonder's every move was a display of sheer power. Though overwhelmed, Lucifer did not back down, determined to turn the Beyonder's own game into a weapon against him. Lucifer Morning Star relied not only on raw power, but also on incredible ingenuity in the use of his power. As the Beyonder warped space into raging reality vortexes, Lucifer responded by opening magical portals, sucking in all the chaotic energy and transforming it into a sharp counterattack. Lucifer summoned elaborate chains of magic, transforming them into blades of light that cut through the barriers the Beyonder had erected. Lucifer's every strike was a combination of strategy and subtlety, forcing the Beyonder to concentrate all his strength to defend. The power of both shook the universe as entire galaxies were thrown into chaos, but the battle was not just about power. There is also a big difference between Lucifer and Beyonder, which also determines this Beyonder can run out of power if he uses too much. Lucifer does not have this weakness. His will is limitless. He can shape creations, create powerful multiverse gods like Beyonder, control the void. He can do whatever he wants and he will never run out of power. I hope you enjoy this fight. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Follow me if you like. That's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much.